right, Mr. Plowman, we have our next guest, which is AJ Valle. He is the drummer of this awesome band. Here we come. What's up, AJ?
Hey, Scott and Scott. What's going on, guys?
Hey, what's going on? So, when did you first pick up a pair of sticks, man?
About 5 minutes ago. Found these lying around. Figured I'd do something with them.
Nice.
Well, I guess it started. I was a kid. Both my parents were musicians. My mom was a piano player, and my dad. So music was always around the house. They were piano players mostly. So, my mom, God bless her, bought me a set of drums, and I was probably about 4 or 5 years old. And with the help of my cousin Ricky, I don't know if he's listening out there, but I got to throw that out.
Cousin Ricky, he probably got you in trouble too. Cousin Ricky probably got you in some trouble.
Yeah. But so yeah, it started really young, and then I started really getting serious probably around, like Chris, about 12. I started practicing about 3 hours a day. 4 hours a day sometimes. And, I didn't go on many dates or proms or anything,
So who were your early influences?
Early influences, it's, I call it kind of like the three Steves. Steve Gadd is one of my all-time favorites. Steve Gadd. Steve Ferroni is one of my favorite groovers of all time from the Average White Band. Later on with Tom Petty. And Steve Jordan, of course, with Saturday Night Live, and then Eric Clapton, and most records everyone's ever heard. Steve Jordan, who is he? He had a lot of luck with John Mayer in the trio with Pino Palladino. Yeah, so the three Steves are back then and now, and their whole rocker thing, back in the 80s was a lot of fun with some great drummers. But I would say those are probably some of the big ones for me. I was, the Allman Brothers Band. I think we all have in common with this band. As influences, and Big Brothers are almost like they were sort of like the godfathers of Southern rock, but great songs. What I loved about the Allman Brothers is the jam and the soul, but also the jazz improvisation. And every show was a little different,
right?
Which I try to kind of take with me where I am, and Once an Outlaw has been a whole lot of fun. These guys are like a dream to play with, because
aren't they your idols? I would think.
Yeah, man, it's great. I mean, these guys, it's just kind of wind them up and let them go. They
got to have some great stories they tell. I would think, boy.
There's some good stories. Yeah, it's kind of all about the music, honestly, with these guys. With everybody, where it's like, okay, what are we going to play next? We get up before a run and we'll do like 1 hour, one rehearsal, cram in as much music as we can, and hope for the best at the show.
So what's your definition of making it, man? So,
that's a good question, Plowman.
Yeah, that's how we roll.
That is a really good question. Making it very different, it's really funny when you're out there. You can people not know who you are and say, well, someday when you make it, and then you'll meet somebody else and like, wow, you've made it, and it's a really big, weird, morphed perception of that, I think. I've met very, famous people who don't have a dollar to their name, and I've met non-famous people that are, if you talk financially, you're in the wrong business in music, but unless it's like you're kind of like winning the lottery, But making it for me personally is I'm able to play music and play my drums for a living, and I teach also during the week in my studio in Massachusetts.
How do they get a hold of you?
Oh, yeah. You just find me on the web. It's just my website, ajvalle.com. 2 L.
There we go. ajvalle.com.
Yeah, so AJ, Why don't you show us what you got on them drums, man? Why don't you just give us a little sample of what you're all about? If you happen to have a pair of sticks in your hand and you're sitting behind the drums, go for it. Show us out, brother.
Yeah, so I don't know. I've been working on this cool little thing, sort of like this as the. I don't know. Just a little grooving, you know.
Yeah.
Very cool.